To start, we decided to do an environmental project for our senior design project, and Dr. Hoback helped us pick out the Mancelona wick site manufacturing TCE plume that is about 6 miles long and 1.5 miles wide, about 500 feet in depth, so it's actually a fairly big site, and it was a great challenge for us. We first had to conduct a feasibility study and investigation plan where we decided where we would want to put the monitoring wells in order to delineate the plume. And then we looked into various other options, some options not as good as others, and so we ended up with 4 main options that we thought would be the best to remediate the plume or stop the plume. The 4 options consisted of airstripping or pump and treat method. It consisted of a do-nothing method where we just move the well field to a different part of Mancelona, mainly upstream of the plume. Changing the hydraulic gradient along the highest concentration of the plume in order to stop the plume from progressing forward into the well field, and a bioremediation option. 2 bioremediation options actually, one of which where you would bioremediate the entire plume, and the other which you would just create an arc around the well field so that you just protect the well field and thus protecting the residents and their municipal drinking water. We decided overall from these options that the combination of the airstripping method, the hydraulic gradient, and the bioaugmentation of the plume would be the best option because it allows us to achieve our preliminary goals, which were to supply clean drinking water to the Mancelona residents, as well as remediate the plume for ethical purposes. It was overall a very intense project where we learned a lot, and I recommend it for anyone who needs to learn how to really dive into an engineering project and learn new things.
So obviously one of the great things about UDM is its engineering program. It's very well known for preparing its students very well for the professional field. One of the things that's most notable about it is its co-op program, which puts you into the workplace with real engineers so you can kind of see what it's like. One of the things it doesn't do though is it kind of doesn't let you take charge of your own design and development of a project. And one thing that does a really good job doing this is our senior design project. A little bit different from the co-op because, like I said, you're not under strict management and you're kind of free to do whatever you want with it, whatever you think needs to be done with it. And it kind of gives a new perspective on engineering. As an engineering classes, you're kind of trained to, solve the problem this way, do this dynamics problem that way. Whereas when you come to senior design, you have to completely turn around how you're thinking about it. Some things that we're not really taught as well that we have to really focus on in senior design is doing things like investigation plans, site studies, cost analysis, feasibility plans, which normally as an engineer just taking classes you don't do a whole lot of. It's really great because it really forces us to work together as a team. Your teammates are kind of your best asset in this sort of scenario, and it really is helpful to make sure that you're on a good term basis with your team so that everyone knows what each other's doing. We had an excellent team. All 4 of us have been together for all 4 years of engineering, so that part wasn't a problem. We were able to really easily kind of divide up tasks which suited each person's interest. Each one of us kind of took a different path through engineering, so it was nice because for our project, which was an environmental study, we were able to, like, one of us focused more on the biology, some of us focused on the geology, one person focused on more of the ecology, and it was really nice because through this we were able to kind of experience what we would each want to do working as an engineer, basically without the huge repercussions if we did something wrong. So really to kind of sum it up, we were able to develop this great plan of what we would do, kind of acting as an engineer, and overall just a great experience kind of getting to learn what it takes really to be an engineer and relate all of the classes that we've had here at UDM to the professional